that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing, I'll regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste me, you can try me. If you want to hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste me, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that cheap fame, no I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can Hey everyone, welcome back to the most interactive wrestling stream on the interweb. Welcome back to Big Ohm Live. And in living color, I am your host, Omer Q, Big Ohm as they call me. And you can follow me right here. Wait, where is it? I don't even think I can. Oh, I can't even do the thing where I point to it. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. I lied. I'm stupid. What's up, guys? You guys can follow me on Twitter right here. What's up? You guys know the name of the game. Welcome back to Big Ohm Live, the show where I answer your questions, the show where I ramble about nonsensical wrestling topics for about an hour or so, and the show that you guys can help extend today, because for the first time ever, I am going to put one of these up. And this is a lofty goal, but 10 super chats, and I will watch Monday Night Raw live tonight. I will go right from this stream to Monday Night Raw. Something I don't want to do, but if we get 10 super chats, I should say, we will do that, and I will suffer through whatever the hell this epic Monday Night Raw is. But you guys want to guarantee your question or statement is right on the air and help towards that goal, you guys can leave a super chat, or you can become a member. For $5 a month, you guys can become a member and get access to a lot of exclusive content over on the memberships and get access to future video essays first before anyone. Go check that out. Hit that join button and be sure to hit that like button. We got a lot to get into today. Triple H tonight has promised an epic Monday Night Raw. We have the fallout from WWE Survivor Series from San Diego this past weekend.
We also have some announcements on the AEW side. The location, as has been hinted in the chat, for AEW Revolution next year has been announced. We're going to take a look at the ticket numbers for some of these upcoming shows via WrestleTix. And I'm also going to tell you my unfiltered thoughts, expanded on the state of pro wrestling as we enter the last month of the year. And boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to say. Before we get into any of that, though, guys, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Let me know what's on your mind in the chat. We got Leo Relic in the chat crashing out about my big head. We got James in the chat. What's up, man? AEW Revolution going to be in LA? Yes, yes, yes. Not to be confused with Bryan Danielson's catchphrase. But absolutely, that is a bit of news that was announced today. We have AEW Revolution coming to us live once again from the West Coast and once again from Los Angeles. It was announced, as you can see. You can't see, but now you can see. There we go. You can see right here, AEW Revolution returns to Los Angeles live Sunday. AEW doing a pay-per-view on a Sunday, March 15th. And the interesting thing here is that they have not announced the time of the event. I can actually check real quick in a sec to see if that's maybe part of the information on AEW's website. But as of my knowledge, they have not announced a time. Tickets are going to be on sale December 15th. So I would assume that there's going to be an announcement on time by then. But, usually when AEW, in the beginning of the year, or in the, first half of the year last year, they were testing out the idea of doing afternoon shows. I think an afternoon show is much better to do than a show that goes until like past midnight on a Sunday compared to a Saturday. People have work on Mondays usually. And the other thing that might complicate this as far as time, because it says TBA here, is going to be the fact that it is on the West Coast. The question is going to be, let's assume they have an early show. Let's say it's a 4 p.m. start time on the East Coast. That would mean a 1 p.m. start time on the West Coast. So we'll see. Here we go. Yo, Real Take Wrestling, did you see the picture? Which picture? Link it in the chat. But I will watch it. Wait, what? This Monday Night Raw is going to be as possible, but I will watch with a friend, hopefully. Inshallah, brother. We got Gerard Clark, 2004. Great year for movies, by the way. That was the year Spider-Man 2 came out. What's up, Gerard, my friend? Good to see you, my man. How's it going? It's going great, man. I'm blessed. Busy, but blessed. Staying that way. How are you? I hope everything's well over there. But it's going to be interesting how AEW, navigates this. I, for one, have been a huge fan of AEW doing these afternoon shows for the East Coast. And I think, if you look internationally, it's probably better for them as far as, the fans, because the fans, if you're a fan in the UK or something and you have the option to watch a show at 8 p.m. versus midnight on like a Sunday, you're going to choose 8 p.m. Now, is that going to take form? Is that going to happen? We'll see. I'm less optimistic. I think Tony has been pretty adamant about, doing the shows whenever he feels like it. I think the only thing for this March 15th show that might move them is potentially eliminate or a WWE running, some sort of other show countering this, but we will see. Will AEW Revolution be an afternoon show on Sunday? I would hope so. I'm not sure, but I would hope so. I don't think YouTube is allowing me to link it. DM me on Twitter. DM or like tweet me. Tweet me and I'll do it. I'll pull it up. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting set of affairs here. we know that WWE is going to be targeting some of these AEW dates in 2025 or 2026, excuse me. It's just going to be really fascinating to see how far in advance AEW is going to be announcing these. Like, I was even surprised that they announced this far in advance for Revolution, considering, like, you know, part of the strategy back in 2024, like AEW, what they did was they announced in early 2024 the dates, locations for all of their major pay-per-views throughout the year. And what ended up happening was that allowed WWE time to kind of plan a lot of the NXT counter programming they did throughout the year with that. Will that end up happening this year? I highly doubt it. That's why in 2025 you saw AEW take a step back and not do that, like, you know, that type of marketing in advance. AEW Blood and Guts was so much better than the Survivor Series board games, or as Keto Yuta likes to say, snore games. Tony Khan did the war games concept better. I mean, I happen to agree. If you guys have not seen my latest video where I did like something that I don't usually do, which is like a video essay review, and yeah, I was just I just had to. I don't think I've been, and we can just get into it right now because I'm kind of primed for it now. Shout out to Anthony. What's up, Anthony? But Survivor Series War Games 2026, it might genuinely be one of the most infuriating experiences for me as a fan. At one point, I had to turn it off. I ended up watching like Masawa versus Vader because I was just so mad. But I watched the vast majority of the show, every match, because even like while I was watching Masawa versus Vader, the commercials were so long that, you know, it didn't matter. But I was so shocked at just how blatant and, you know, in your face bad WWE creatively was. And usually a lot of that, you know, gets put to the side because WWE understands that they can rely on their major stars to save things. And they can rely on, you know, some action in the ring to save things. Survivor Series did not have that action. Survivor Series did not have the you know, it had, you can say it had the star power, but it did not have, I think, the level of aura, for lack of a better term, to rise to that occasion. It is the most angry I have been watching a show, a wrestling show, I should say, since Hell in a Cell 2019. It was bad. It was a horrible, horrible experience as a fan. And it's not because of one show. Like, if this was in a vacuum, one bad show, it wouldn't have mattered. But given WWE's, you know, downward trajectory creatively from a quality standpoint, they're obviously still the number one company, and like they're always going to be the number one company, but they're obviously like doing great business. But just given how bad things have been in 2025 particularly, I think Survivor Series to me was a bit of a breaking point where I was like, it wasn't just, oh, I'm going to tap out of WWE. I was like, oh, this is like really, this is actively so bad that I'm infuriated. And I'm someone who's like, look, wrestling is a huge part of my life. I've always watched pro wrestling from as long as I can remember. There have been times where I, you know, didn't want to watch wrestling. I ended up still tuning in, or I would keep up with it on the dirt sheets or whatever. And this was one of those times where I was like, I'm insulted to be a fan of pro wrestling. Like, this was the Raw premiere on Netflix on steroids. And it's an amalgamation of things. But it was just, I mean, look, I spoke about the John Cena finish in the video. Go check out the video if you guys haven't already. But I spoke about the John Cena finish and how I thought it was illogical, how I thought it was just an insult to John Cena. His final like PLE or whatever, his second to last match ever, and somehow Liv Morgan distracts him. And John Cena, the guy who is, who's been around the block, like didn't realize that Liv Morgan was there to do the bait and switch. Why did Liv Morgan doing the bait and switch make sense? I don't know. It was bad. That was bad. I think there was an interesting cliffhanger with the not Austin Theory looking guy who was the who did the curb stomp. I thought that was an interesting wrinkle in what was otherwise a very bad, like actively bad and illogical match from the men's War Games match, and the women's War Games match was no better. The women's War Games match was bad as well. Like the best thing on the show, in my opinion, was Nikki Bella versus Stephanie Vaquer. And I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't anything to write home about either. I think they did the best job of being like inoffensive, and again, like I'm not gonna. Nikki is not like she's not the biggest worker in the world or whatever, but she held her own. You could not say that about basically anyone else on the show. I thought it was supremely bad overall. Nah, man, you're bugging. That shit was nah, bro. I compared to the rest of the show, it was the best thing on the show. JD from New York trashed the entire show and trashed Triple H as a booker. JD saw the light. Just wait till Wednesday when Triple H is actually the best booker in the world. Anyway, since the UFC deal with Paramount Plus starts in 2026 and premiere of PLEs on Saturdays, having their fights on CBS, it would be the best for TK to strategize his SLEs in different dates. I mean, they're definitely going to do that. UFC tends to do. I mean, they always do that. Like, I think Tony prefers to own the Sunday time slots during, non-football season. It's just during football season, he does not want to go up against football, which is probably a smart decision. Huge thank you to Wall Street Money. Good to see you, my friend, in the chat. Is WWE going to hire Scooby and the gang to find out who the masked person is? Honestly, that's definitely going to be more interesting than what they end up doing, because what they're probably going to end up doing is Paul Heyman coming out saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who this masked person is. However, we will indubitably find out who it is. And to that person, I would like to say thank you, not just on behalf of me, but on behalf of the vision, my good sir." Like, it's going to be one of those. And, it's going to be like, oh my God, like Paul Heyman didn't know. And then eventually it's going to be like, it was me, Austin. It was me all along. I will pop for this. And it's giving WWE too much credit, but I will pop for Austin Theory if he says that. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Because they missed an opportunity a couple of years ago when they were doing the whole Cleopatra's egg gimmick. Which, look, you guys know how I feel about Vince McMahon. You guys know how I feel about all that stuff. The one thing in that era of WWE and how bad it was, although it was getting better in 2022, when Vince came out of that limo with this Cleopatra's, this 2,000-year-old Cleopatra's egg, and then he lost it. I think there was nobody in the world more excited for what was about to happen than me, because I was like, oh my God, the next night on Raw, there's going to be an investigation. Everyone is going to be asked about who stole this egg. And then we're going to find out. I was like, okay, we're going to do a little whodunit. I love that. And then Austin Theory's just like, oh, hey, Vince, here's your egg. I'm just like, bro, what? Like, what, dog? What? We just gave up the egg. We gave up the entire plot. You got 3 hours. You had 3 hours of Raw to fill. I'm like, that could have taken up an entire hour. You could have done some. You could have done some fun stuff with that. Anyway, I was excited. Like just the idea of like Vince McMahon bringing a 3,000-year-old Cleopatra's egg to Monday Night Raw and then it getting stolen is like a hilarious concept objectively. But fuck Vince, we don't like him. See, when Vince said it, there was a comma. It was me, Austin. But now there's no comma. Austin Theory is just going to say, it was me, Austin. Like, it's going to, it's going to pop like all of the Stan accounts. And it'll pop me. But yeah, appreciate you though, Wall Street Money, for the $6.99 Canadian, We are 1 out of 10 towards our goal of 10. If we get to 10, I'm going to live stream and watch along Monday Night Raw tonight, which I really don't want to do. But we're going to see. It's like English matters. I think you mean grammar, my good sir. I think you mean grammar. You can't do war games in the PG way. It has to be hardcore at like the first NWA war games. Yeah. But like, that's not even true. Like, I think you can. Like, look at like NXT did some good War Games matches. I think that the issue with WWE is that the WWE style does not lend itself to be serious, like, in like emotional competition, which is what is at the heart of War Games. The heart of War Games is this is the final stage where we settle our differences. Alliances come together, all that kind of stuff. This is where it all ends. This is where we get all of the anger out. The storylines going into this had virtually none of that. The only thing in either War Games matches that I thought rose to that level was the tension between the Kabuki Warrior, or the feud, between the Kabuki Warriors and Io and Rhea. And you could have, and I think you could have built it better, but you have to grade WWE on a bit of a curve when it comes to quality because they're just really bad right now. And I let that go. But none of the other aspects of either match really spoke to it. The men's match was booked horribly. They just wanted star power for the sake of star power. It is what it is. I'm just, it's unfortunate that WWE couldn't have cared to book this better going in, to build this up better, to tell actual stories, but they're not about telling stories. They're about moments. They are about creating these artificial moments that look really cool on social media, but when you actually watch the show, it makes no fucking sense in the world. And I had more than one WWE fan that night tell me, yeah, like, look, I'm usually all in on this, but you're kind of right. WWE is like going down a road of like just aura farming for the sake of aura farming. And like, there's no bigger culprit of this than like that Jey Uso spot where in the middle of a War Games match, the last thing I could have ever expected to see was someone running back their entrance music to Yeet. It was bad. It was just like, and I don't think anyone should be afraid to say it. It was really bad. It was really bad, like laughably bad. But yeah, that image I was talking about was Nakamura, Okada, and Takeshita smiling together in a picture. Kayfabe was broken. Also Nakamura to AEW. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, give me Nakamura to New Japan. Give me Nakamura to New Japan. Main roster style does not fit War Games. NXT was a spot fest brand anyway, and people did way crazier than this. Yeah. I mean, like, there's no question that, like, I'm not even going to get into the discourse of AEW versus WWE in this. I mean, if you saw Blood and Guts and you saw War Games, I think you can very easily see which one was better. That's just my opinion. But guys, be sure to leave a thumbs up. We got a lot more to get to today. We're going to talk about WrestleMania plans. A lot of WrestleMania plans are coming together. A lot of WrestleMania matches, the big ones, are coming together. And we are going to talk about which ones those may be. Are your favorite stars going to be involved? All that much more coming up right here in this podcast. We got Rib Shot. What's up, man? Rib Shot saying, when is that Misawa versus Vader match from? Bet that's amazing. I believe it was All Japan in 1999. Let me see. I actually have it saved here, so I can just I typed it out. Yeah, this was from 99, I think. Yeah, May 2nd, 99. So here, if you go to, I'll just shout out Classic Puro 83. They have a bunch of fantastic matches here on their channel. Show them some love, but do not report them because do not report them. But a lot of the classic like Kawada and a lot of the classic Misawa Kawada matches are up here too, and I'm making my way through like Misawa's entire like history. And one thing I can tell you is like, as someone who's like really making his way like through this stuff, man, bro, like this is gonna be big coming from me. You guys know how much I love Bryan. You guys know I think he's the greatest wrestler of all time. He's being challenged in a very serious way. He's being challenged in a very serious way for that title. I don't say that, you know. I say that with a lot of with a lot of I don't even know how I say that. It's crazy that I'm even saying it, but I say it with a lot of sadness almost. But we'll see. I will get into the discourse. Oh no. Because the one thing you can directly compare between the two companies, WWE fanboys cried about blood and guts having too much blood. Yeah, I mean, God forbid you watch the classic War Games matches then. You would hate those. AEW Winter is coming next week. Yes, it is. Live from Atlanta, Georgia. Tony Khan did Blood and Guts 2 weeks before Survivor Series to take revenge on the counter programming. And it was a smart move. It was a very smart move. What's your favorite theme song? Oh, it's the Final Countdown. Well, it's either the Final Countdown or Cult of Personality. I love Cult of Personality. Also, shout out Will Ospreay's theme. Excuse me. I also think Will Ospreay has a dope theme. All right. You guys ready to get into WrestleMania plans? You guys want to get into it? You guys ready? Chat, let me know if you're ready to talk about WrestleMania 42, live from Las Vegas, number 2.0, Las Vegas 2.0, written in the stars, a million miles away. We're going back to Vegas. They paid us all the money, and we're gonna take it. TKO. Anyway, I'm not watching WrestleMania 42 next year. I'm more interested in AEW All in London. I mean, come on now. Of course. It's time to bring back classic joke. Winter is coming, and so am I. Wow. Oh, it's the final countdown. Dick Ride is crazy. Dick Ride is crazy after that. Like, come on, bro. It's a good song. Come on, man. I mean, why do people complain about a match when it's called Blood and Guts for a reason? Again, I'm like, a lot of people, I mean, I think a lot of it is just like and I don't blame people for it. Most of it I think is just people only know one type of wrestling, and it's WWE. But even if you go back and watch like what War Games was built on, like it was built on this idea of like this being a blood feud level match. WWE unfortunately is taking that out of a lot of people's brains. What's worse, watching AEW stars barely survive the UK, or WWE scamming fans with WrestleMania 42? Wait, what do you mean watching AEW stars barely survive the UK? I'm gonna bring out the Drewski. What do you mean by that? They hate just to hate. It's all Kendrick edition. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you sneak this. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the WrestleMania plans for this upcoming year. So, as you guys know, the final scene of Survivor Series, the thing that we all left watching was an interaction between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Roman and Cody staring each other down. Roman refusing to shake Cody's hand. Roman refusing to acknowledge Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, in turn, refusing to acknowledge Roman Reigns. And then Roman saying to Cody, this is the last time we ever team up. Just know that. Remember, they did team up last year going into Bad Blood. That was the show in Atlanta where they teamed up against Solo and I believe it was Jacob fought too. And then, of course, The Rock came out for no reason. And but yes, as Wall Street Money points out in the chat, they did get booed out of the building. And then Cody just goes, I got it. I got it, Roman. And the two were staring each other down. Pretty clear indication that this seems to be their plan for WrestleMania. And that's been the speculation on the dirt sheets as of late as well. But I think it's very clear that they are sending the message that they are going back to this match. Whether it's Roman winning the Rumble or something else, I think it's very clear that we should expect this match at Mania. Another match, and we will come back to this in a second, but another match you can expect at Mania will be for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk defending against Braun Breaker. That is the reported plan for CM Punk and Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. Braun Breaker going for that title, going for the title that Seth Rollins was forced to give up due to injury. And it looks like we're going to either have a Braun or Roman scenario winning the Rumble. Those seem to be your favorites. So if you're a betting person, I would lock those in. Do you think Roman gets the title again? Probably. I think Roman gets the belt over Cody. What they could have done is a brawl between Roman and Cody. We're still a couple of months away from that. Remember, Roman just did a match. He's not getting touched for like a couple of months here. Hi, Omer. Do you think the Hooded Man will be revealed tonight on Raw? I think it's theory. I think it's theory too. Will it be tonight on Raw? Potentially. But, I mean, Triple H is promising something epic. Does this rise to the level of epic? Maybe, but we'll see. I think Braun beats Punk. Puck is crazy. I think Braun beats Punk. I can't wait. Love Punk, though. Shout out to Punk. Corporate made CM. Oh, my God. Corporate made Punk and Rex Steiner. Corporate made is crazy. Corporate made is wild. Almost as wild as not hitting that like button and subscribing, guys. Be sure to smash that thumbs up if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a lot. I hope Roman gets a title, bro. Cody's title reign is so boring. Brother, just wait till Roman's champ again. It's an entire episode of Raw, him just walking out. It's aura farm, bro. It's just aura farming, man. Like it's like I'm man, come on, bro. I'm not about it. I'm not about it. I'm sorry. WWE. Yo, you know what, man? Fuck it. I'm pissed myself off. I'm trying to be nice, trying to hold it back. WWE's shit, though. WWE's shit, bro. It's bad. It's so fucking bad. I feel like I come out here, I say it every week. I'm trying my best not to be, but like every time I talk about the stuff that's happening, like there's like no other circumstance on any other show that I give it this much time. Like I was like one season away for Game of Thrones if it hadn't ended. I'm just not watching. If that was like if season 8, if there's another season, if there's season 9, I wouldn't have watched the rest of Game of Thrones. Like that's how I feel about WWE right now. Like, and it makes me sad because CM Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and I hate to see him booked like he is booked. Cody Rhodes, one of my favorite wrestlers ever, and I hate to see him booked the way he's booked. Like, they have so much star power, so much potential, so many dope wrestlers who they don't let fucking wrestle, and it pisses me off. It's horrible, bro. And the wild thing is, you got a lot of people who are never gonna say anything about WWE being bad. You're gonna like, because you can't criticize. God forbid you say the thing that WWE creatively is at its lowest point in over 6 years. God forbid you say the truth that WWE and Triple H do not care about you. Do not care about your enjoyment of the show. Do not care about telling good stories. The entire past couple of years, every time I've argued about the faults of WWE or the benefits of WWE, how good it's been, you know what everyone tells me? You know what everyone says? You know what everyone drives home? They're like, well, look, WWE, if you want to watch storylines, if you want to, the place to tell stories is WWE. That's not true, and it hasn't been true for over 2 years. Tell me when I'm telling lies. WWE is not the place you go to find good storytelling. WWE is not the place you go to find good matches. WWE is not the place you go to find logical booking. WWE is not the place you go to watch anything that resembles professional wrestling. If you want to watch Roman or a farm, if you want to watch CM Punk, I'm the best in the world. If you want to watch them just do their catchphrases, be intellectual property that the succubus that is TKO can squeeze as much money out of, then yeah, that's the show for you. That's the show for you. It ain't the show for me, dog. Not like this. Not like this. They don't tell good stories. They haven't for a while. Come on. Let's be serious. Let's be honest. Let's not do this. WWE, they tell good stories. No, they don't. No, they don't. Jesus. Gerard, I'm sorry I missed your chat. I'll talk about this in a second. I promise. I just gotta get this WWE topic out of the way because this is just, it's just bad. I got your chat pulled up though. I will talk about it. WWE is a place to go to or farm. Yeah, these fans will trash Vince and TK, but coddle Triple H and blame Road Dogg and TK. Triple H isn't there. He's not there on SmackDown, dog. He's not there on SmackDown. He's choosing not to be there on SmackDown. He's choosing it. Cody Rhodes should have stayed in AEW and fought back for the respect he lost. I don't think he should have stayed in AEW. I think he should have left, but yeah. Triple H is not giving us a good storyline this year. Agreed. The only thing close is the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky, but even then, it's been start and stop with that. Makes sense why they want to go back to Roman versus Cody for WrestleMania 42 because this feud started the TKO era, so they want to capitalize on it and bring it back in Las Vegas for a second time. It makes sense, sure, yeah. It's not good, but it's not good. It's not going to be good because Roman's barely going to be there. Cody's going to try to carry the feud by himself, and he's going to do the same. Roman, you and I have done battle time and time again, and we shall do one more time this coming Sunday at WrestleMania, and I will avenge the loss that happened at the hands of you and the Bloodline and your cohorts. Like, it's just going to be Cody, geeking out, bro. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. But it's not gonna matter because you're gonna have everyone be like, "Oh my God, look at the aura in the ring! Ooh, it's making me feel something on the inside." Like, bro, come on, bro, come on, come on, man. Why can't people be serious? Why can't people be serious? Whatever. There's your crash out of the day. It's just you know how Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club's got his donkey of the day? I got the crash out of the day. We just crash out about something on the stream. That usually ends up happening. I saw someone say on X that WCW should have won. I did see that tweet. WCW should have won is crazy. Yo, and it was in response to the Jey Uso aura farming in the middle of War Games. That's the only scenario where I will let that slide because if you watch WCW 2000, no, WCW should not have won. No. Shout out to Gerard for being patient here. Should Tony Khan be more flexible having AEW All In at different stadium venues? Example, All In Texas at Dakin Park, Houston, Texas. I think they will be flexible in the future. The entire reason that they're having All In Wembley again is because Tony wants to go back there, and I think that or at least the original plan for All In this coming year is to crown Will Ospreay as the champ. We'll see how well that goes and if that ends up happening, if that ends up being the thing. But I have a reason to believe that they want to do one more stadium show in Wembley, because after this, they're going to be tapped out for Wembley for a while. I don't think they can go back to Wembley for at least a couple of years. I would expect them to do something elsewhere. I think Toronto is a place to keep in mind. I definitely think a major market like Chicago, New York, LA, those are places that they're going to be looking to host All In, like those major city hubs. And internationally, Tony has talked about Germany hosting a future AEW, pay-per-view. So those are the places that I would keep in mind. But overall, yes, I think next year is going to be the last year they run Wembley for a while. I think even Tony knows that, like, you can only go back to that horse only so much. Do it outside of America for All In. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be outside of America, it's either going to be Toronto or Germany, from my vantage point. Or, I mean, they could do it in Mexico. All In Mexico could be good business for them. That could be very good business for them. Because isn't WWE hosting Backlash in Mexico this year or next year? Backlash. Did I make that up? Or was that a rumor? Maybe it was a rumor. Oh, right. It's not being held in Mexico, right? Anyway, forget that. I would love AEW All In and come to MetLife and go Giants. Good luck tonight, man. Good luck tonight against the Patriots. I don't think they would host it at MetLife. I think if they were to host an All In, it would either be at a ballpark, like think Citi Field, maybe. Think something like that. I don't think Yankees. They're not going to be able to get in the Yankee Stadium. I don't think, but think Citi Field. Think Arthur Ashe Stadium. Think something like that. I think AEW has a 3-show contract with Wembley, so yeah, should be it. I'd love to see the Cowboy Stadium show. They would have to be doing very good business to run that place. They would have to. It's for AEW to run a legit football venue in America. They would need to have. It would need to be a very different situation for their attendance right now. I don't, or it would need to be an all-time level match, like next level all-time level match. Because it's just hard. I thought AEW was going to Italy, or WWE was going to Italy. I think they already went to Italy this year. I can't wait for Grand Slam. Yep, Grand Slam Australia, February. It's coming. It's coming, just like winter. Just like winter, not the wrestler. All right, you guys want to look at some WrestleTix? WrestleTix just released some new numbers. We love that. WrestleTix released some new numbers. I would love to see All In Atlanta. Well, I think you're gonna have an AEW show coming to Atlanta in like a week or two. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But tonight, Monday Night Raw, live from the Diamond Desert Arena in Glendale, Arizona. I believe this is the same arena that AEW held Double or Nothing in. They got 9,000 tickets distributed. Good house for them tonight. Here, this is according to WrestleTix. Oh, you can get into the show for $57. That's nice. That must be nice. That must be so nice. Imagine that. Imagine in a WWE show people can kind of afford. Crazy to think about. They're also going to be in Brooklyn next month. Ooh, this is not a good advance for them. That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure it'll pick up, but that is a 5,000 1 month out is interesting for New York. That's usually a hotbed for them, but I guess they did just run it. They literally ran they ran that city like 2 weeks ago or something. So maybe it'll pick up. Speaking of which, you got AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming. You got 2,000 tickets distributed, currently set up for 2,000. It's a very small arena that they're going to be in for Winter is Coming next week, which I believe we have a chatter who's going to be there. Chatter, what is it? PJ Dixon is going to be there. That's nice. That's nice. I thought about All In Jacksonville, seeing as this their home turf. I don't see that happening until the Jags build their new stadium in a couple of years. All In Saudi Arabia. Rumors of Saudi buying WBD is too funny. All In Saudi Arabia would be the video would be great. That crash out would actually be legendary. It would be a legendary crash out on my end. And they lowered the ticket price. Yeah, because people weren't buying tickets. MJF becoming AEW World Champion at World's End. Let's go. Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Last year's Atlanta show was dope. What was last year's show? On my birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday. I completely agree. All In London next year will be Will Ospreay winning the AEW World Championship. I also agree that after 2026, AEW should take a break from Wembley. Yep. I fully expect them to continue to run London, or the UK, I should say, though, that weekend, because that's usually that's a long weekend in the UK, and I know that Tony likes to run that bank holiday weekend, so I would fully expect that. All those 9,000 people should go to this show instead. Too late now. Kind of really like the baseball stadiums. Survivor Series was a dope look, All In, especially the pyro. Yep, agreed. Raw in Brooklyn is on my birthday. Shout out to you, man. Happy early birthday. That's about all I have nice to say about Survivor Series. I want AEW All In indoor stadiums like Tropicana Field, Tampa, Florida, Chase Stadium, Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, look, if the price is right, then probably you could see that happen. I'm just not sure. I mean, they could probably run. I think they could run Tropicana Field. Chase Field might be too big for them at this point. MJF needs to come back Wednesday, though. He's coming back very soon. I think MJF will win the championship in 2026. I think it'll be before that. The new stadium in Jacksonville is going to be so dope. Duval. Or sorry. I got to say it like the head coach of the Jags says. Duval. 904, baby. If MJF is winning now, he is not losing to Ospreay at All In again. He will lose to someone else first. He will lose. I mean, my prediction is MJF wins at World's End, loses to Kyle Fletcher at Australia. Kyle Fletcher holds it until All In and loses it to Will. Those rumors about Saudi Arabia buying WBD are not true. At most, they will be shareholders. Yeah, that's if that was gonna happen. I'm not. It's way too early to tell who's going to end up buying WBD. I mean, the Ellisons are obviously making a huge play for it. We'll see if that ends up happening. I hope not. That would be really bad for media, but it's kind of the landscape we're in general. Got an update on AEW World's End. You want to talk about a bad advance? Here we go. 5,400 tickets sold. 6,000 is the current capacity. This is the same arena they held All In, the original All In, and then a couple of All Outs from in Chicago. Well, on the outskirts of Chicago. This is not in Chicago, but fairly friendly market for them. I would expect a fairly good walk up, so it's not the end of the world here, but I don't think they haven't started marketing this show. They probably need to, and it's going to be hard to for them too, because Dynamite's going to be preempted coming up. You're going to have some weird start times for Collision. It's and some shows recording. It's just going to be, yeah. Saudi is apparently broke. Yeah, the liquid cash is running slow. So who has a bid for WBD? Right now, there's no official bids, I don't think. There's just concepts of bids. I don't think MJF is losing to Kyle Fletcher either, LMAO. I think MJF is going to lose to Bobby Lashley. That would be wild. Tom and Jerry can't save WBD no more. Yeah, Tom and Jerry used to slap though when I was a kid. Shout out to Tom and Jerry, bro. Shout out to my favorite cat and mouse duo. Oh, we got an interesting note here from Meltzer about this Austin Theory potential thing. Austin Theory was originally supposed to be in the War Games match, but Jacob Fatu's injury made WWE move the Cody Rhodes versus Drew feud up a month. That freed both Cody and Drew for War Games with Cody replacing Fatu, WWE feeling that Drew is a better fit in the match than Theory. Okay, so there's your reason. In that case, I think I would expect a reveal of the Masked Man tonight. I got to remember these big cities have multiple arenas. Yeah. I mean, although, okay, the Chicago arena, I mean, this is in Chicago. Like, it's barely in Chicago. It's like 40 minutes outside of Chicago. It's in Schaumburg. Having been to this arena, I'm like, yeah, no, this is insulting to say this is in Chicago. You can't even get there on Lake Transit. It's crazy. I want to see Bob and Swerve run it back for the belt. Bob? Who's Bob? Are you talking about Hangman? What's up, Carrico? Good to see you, my friend. Solidarity. Good to see you. Guys, if you're just joining, be sure to smash that thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It helps out the show, helps the channel grow, and it helps my self-esteem as well. I don't think Bobby Lashley's going to beat MJF for the belt, guys. I just don't think that's going to happen. How the is Bob Hangman? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figured that's what was being said, but how do you get Bob? It's Adam. Come on now, Bob. Bobby. Oh, Bob. Oh, you're talking about Bob. Oh, okay, Bobby Lashley. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. I just assumed it was Swerve and Hangman. Okay, Bobby Lashley and Swerve. That makes a lot more sense. I'm very tired, guys. It's been a long day. Been a long Monday. Bob is what MJF used to call Bobby Lashley. Yeah, no. Look, I understand. I understand my fault here. I understand that I was stupid here. Currently, the front runner for buying WBD is Paramount unless something has changed. Yep. Bingo. Like, look at this, dog. Look at this. This aura farming is this is actually nuts. Actually nuts. Like, I can't say. Hangman is the stupidest thing you've said ever. No, it's not. I think the stupidest thing I've said ever is telling you guys to smash that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That's probably the stupidest thing I've done ever. Because you guys don't listen to me. You guys hate listening to me. But I love each and every one of you. And you know it. Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived on no coffee. Because you're trying to wean yourself off coffee. It took you 5 minutes to realize it. It's like when you wake up from bed and you sit on your ass for 5 minutes waiting for your brain cells to boot up. That's like literally what happens. That's literally what happens. That's what happens when I use up all my brain cells at work and then I'm just like, oh, we're going to talk. Anyway, back to this. WCW should have won. Yes, 100%. You know what? Watching that again, 100%. Also, breaking news, we got like Adam Pearce doing one of his recorded videos. You guys want to take a listen? Let's take a listen to what Adam Pearce has to say.
I just saw her video and I'm going to record this per. Yeah, so I'm going to try to get a hold of her. I just saw her video and I'm going to record this per advice of legal counsel. But frankly, I don't think she will answer. Let's find out. Somebody sneezing. Hello, Rebecca.
Is it Becky?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I saw your video. Yes, I saw the video. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, the bit with the potatoes especially, very cute. Listen. Yeah, I saw it. I read the list of demands. Yes, I understand what it is you're asking for. I think. Yes, and I want, Becky, yes. I am recording this under the advice of my legal counsel, so you're aware, okay? No, I don't have a film crew. Yes, I saw you at makeup. Listen, I have a question. Just a simple one. You can answer this however you want. I don't want to lead you, but how do I ask this delicately? In your family, Yes, I understand the demands, okay? Listen to me though. Question, serious. In your family, is there any history at all of, how do you say it, mental illness?
That's crazy. That's
Hello?
crazy. That's a crazy statement to make. That is there that's what that was building up to. Wait, what did Becky say? Now I need to know. What did Becky say? Oh, fuck! This is a long ass video. Holy shit, Becky. Wait, okay? This is a vlog. Never mind. I was like, yo, Becky just like crashing out, like doing like a 10-minute long rant would be crazy on Twitter. I'm just gonna read this out. Effective immediately, I, Becky Lynch, the greatest of all time, not just me saying it, will boycott Monday Night Raw until my demands are met. My title is returned to me, side plates included. Car is suspended and an apology issued. Thank you for your attention to this matter. She trumped it. She trumped it. I'm dying. She trumped it. I do not want the Ellisons to buy WBD. If they do, he will shut down HBO Max and we'll have a big effing problem with him. Don't you effing shut down HBO Max. See now Gerard is making a list of demands, all Becky Lynch edition. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future of Max would be, honestly, under that. That would be crazy. List of demands. You lost to Maxine Dupree. Yeah, dog. Like, come on. You lost to Maxine. There, you got all the aura you had is like irking out of you right now. It's crazy. Oh, speaking of bids, you got discussing film aggregating this. According to Bloomberg, Netflix's bid to buy Warner Brothers is mostly cash offer. The company is arranging a mega loan to be able to buy WBD. Oh, I don't even know what would happen in that scenario. Yeah, that would actually be crazy. That would be the craziest scenario. Imagine, yo, dog, everyone would be on Netflix though. I'd be watching that shit out of Netflix. You're telling me all my favorite HBO shows other than AEW, like all being on like Netflix? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That would be dope. I don't know what that would mean for AEW though. I mean, putting my actual critical analysis on, they would definitely have to finish out their contract. I'm just not sure if, yeah, I don't see Netflix hosting AEW. That's not going to happen. It would depend. Like, honestly, here's the thing, right? It would depend on if the idea is to buy HBO Max in order to merge it with Netflix, which would make a lot of sense. If that happens, then I would not expect AEW to have any future on those platforms. But if the idea is to still keep it separate, because you have like large conglomerates that, you know, have like different subdivisions that are mostly separate, I could see a situation where you could have Netflix owning WBD, but, you know, HBO, all that stuff continuing as a separate kind of company for a while. But if the eventual goal is to bring it all together, then it's going to be an interesting 2027 for AEW. I would definitely not be on Netflix. They pirated streams of Raw have more quality than the bitrate on Netflix. I mean, yeah. I'm not even talking about Raw, though. I barely watch Raw as it is. You think I'm going to watch it on Netflix? Come on now. But no, I'm talking about the other stuff I watch on Netflix. Shout out to Netflix. They got best true crime docs out there. Best true crime docs out there. Can't speak today. Probably means I'm tired. Probably sleep deprived. Probably need to get some Z's. I admit I pirate Raw. Arrgh, over here. I mean anything. We're just out here. Dog. I mean, that is like a thing. I watched a video by a creator I actually would recommend here. Let me try to find it here. They made a video about pirating being back. I think it was Pirating is the Logical Solution by Patrick CC. Either that one or The one by How Money Works. Either way, pirating is back because all these streaming options that used to be affordable are way too expensive. That's the TLDR. Best fake true crimes out there? What? What do you mean fake true crimes? Wait, who's fake it? No, Netflix got some dope true crime shows, dog. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's nuts. I swear, if Tony Khan's family buys Netflix after they buy WBD, I don't think. I mean, I guess like what is Shad's worth? Like what? Shad's worth like $2 billion. What do we got here? This is Shad Khan is worth. Oh, never mind. 13.3. He could probably afford it. Dog, 13.3 million is such an insane amount of money. That is such an insane amount of money. Greed brought piracy back. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it used to be a good deal, like $10.99 a month or $10 a month, and you get like all your favorite movies and a bunch of shows all at once. And I was like, okay, I don't need to pirate. Like, pirating is like mostly a necessity. People want to do it the right way. You just can't finesse. You're finessing too hard. That's the issue. Pirating was never gone to begin with. Imagine not owning a server in your home where you watch movies locally at the highest quality. All right. Okay. Nerd. That's his public net worth. Yeah, no. The Cayman Islands account probably has like double that amount of money. Netflix international shows are phenomenal. Space Sweepers was a fantastic show. Netflix has some dope ones, especially back in the day, man. Shout out to Orange is the New Black. I love that show. And Sex Education, that was a good show. Sex Education was a good show. That last season I didn't feel though. I didn't like that last season of Sex Education. Like, I felt like that's the thing, man. A lot of these shows nowadays, like the last season always messes it up. They're making cable TV come back too. Yeah. We're all screwed. Like, here's the thing. All of these places are making boatloads of money and all that kind of stuff. We're getting screwed. It's just kind of how it is. And then, anyway, I might be a nerd, but you still use an Xbox instead of your gaming PC. Whatever, dog. All I know is you might be a nerd, but I choose you, Leo. I still choose you. Anyway, all right, guys. This has been a fun stream. We did about an hour. All right. Have you seen Glow on Netflix? I have seen Glow on Netflix. We're just crashing out now. That is an insane amount of money. No wonder he bought that yacht. Yeah, no wonder. All right, guys, this has been a fun stream. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. This is a fun part of my Monday, and I hope it's a fun part of yours as well. Be sure to subscribe. Oh, what is that Nintendo ball? It's not a Nintendo ball. It's a Pokeball, all right? It came in a case, all right? It's one of the best things. It's one of my favorite possessions. If there was a fire and I could save anything, it would be this and probably my Mac. Anyway, all right, guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. This has been Big Ohm Live. We'll be back probably Wednesday. If not that, then definitely Friday. By Friday, I should say. Go check out some of the latest exclusives for members only. You hit that join button, you get access to my Why I Stopped Watching WWE video. You guys can go check that out right now. Members exclusive. It will be released to everyone next week, so go check that out. For people who cannot or won't do that, no problem. You got up on the channel right now my latest video talking about Survivor Series at length and my thoughts on it and why it epitomizes some of the bad things about WWE. And so much more. YouTube.com/WrestleVibes for my wrestling or my alternate wrestling content. And then also coming back today, I just want to do a quick shout to my third channel, the final boss of channels, the OG, the thing that started it all. YouTube.com/Real Take Sports. I released a video chronicling the rant by NFL legend and head coach Dennis Green talking about why the Bears are who we thought they were. So that's up on the channel there. It's we're keeping that channel alive. So thank you guys. All right, guys. Side note, please get a PC instead of wasting $500 on the Switch too. I am not getting a Switch, so you have no problem there. It is a Pokeball owned by Nintendo. Pokemon is somehow the most expensive and biggest IP on the planet. That's true. I got that for free though. So shout out to my friend who got it to me for free. Shout out to you, Queen. All right, guys. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. Bye.